The girls just got on the train, which is going to take us from Gatwick down to Victoria Station. And the girls are asleep. Well, here we are. We're at the Boddington Hotel in London. We'll be here for 4 days. It's a rather nice, serviceable little room. And, bed's decent size and nice bathroom. And there are my slacks being pressed. All kinds of exciting things here. So we're gonna go out and find a little wine. We had kind of a long trip from the to get here from the airport, and so did Hank. But we all got here and had to wait in the lobby for a little while. But the room was ready, and everyone's taking a little downtime, and then we'll be off. You never know what you're gonna find in London. Product of Latrobe. Bloomsbury Square Gardens. Just a block away from our hotel. The British History Museum, and they have a wonderful garden and all kinds of African plants. We're probably going to go in the museum tomorrow. We went in the Art Museum, which is huge. They have a whole room of Rembrandts, and did some of that this morning when it was raining. This is Russell Square. It's beautiful, huge park. Just again a block from our hotel. Very interesting idea to have multicolored geraniums. They all seem to clash, but yet they all look well together. And they've got a nice dancing fountain park. It's an interesting idea, having a long walkway. And I guess they have trees that are going to be trained. This is what it looks like underneath, or what it will look like. You can see once these things really grow and fill in. Our Boddington Hotel. Right on the busy street. So here at Buckingham Palace. Oh, look at the flowers. The train is gorgeous here. Kind of a 360 here. Apparently they don't do the ceremonial change of the guard if it's raining.
Je fais pas mal, Guillaume. T'es sûr?
Ok, il fait un rythme même dans les concerts. Il fait un régime qui passe pareil. Alors que les sont beaux et chevaux. Ils sont beaux.
We just heard Big Ben ringing 1 o'clock. Beautiful. That's nice to have, baby. The horse cars. Oh, you're like this is the changing of the horse cars, but we'll see. going on here. Those boots polished. Uh-oh. Oops, coming right at us. Takes 3 guys to change the guard. And we're here at St. Paul's Cathedral. This is the front back there. Is the main part of the church. There be Hank. And the girls? Very briefly here. I'm not supposed to videotape in here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Just have to catch the Rolls Royce on the way. Oh, there we go. Walls back here. Here's the gang. They're the girls between the city of London. It's a great picture. Obelisk is from Alexandria. And here's where we are along the Thames, headed to our boat. One more quick view here. Wow. Of course, Big Ben. There goes Big Ben.
This is a famous bridge indeed, which was opened officially on the 30th of June 1894. And on that day, the official ceremony was performed by Queen Victoria's eldest son, who later became King Edward VII. It's the only movable bridge on the Thames. I say movable because the centre section used by the road traffic consists of 2 huge spans. Each span weighs over 1,200 tonnes, and they can be raised in less than half a minute, allowing ships in and out of the Port of London. It's a square building with a turret at each corner. It's called the Norman Keep. And on the river wall to your right, you see a 850 feet high. It's called the address is number.
It's a replica of the Cutty Sark. Here we are. It's Tower of London for sure. We had another great dinner in the pub last night. We had steak and kidney pie, which I think the steak and ale pie is actually a little better. Kidney, it's not kidney beans.
And a mighty cheer from the crowd.
Hey!
Oh, pathetic. The crowd would cheer. He then displays the severed head to the crowd. The job is done. Then he will hold it in his hand. This he will do gently, even, lovingly. Until the soldier hoists up a spear. He takes the head, rams it on the spear. It's off the London Bridge on displaying wooden spikes. Almost proven. Been there 2 weeks and still smiling. That gate was 2-way. They also in the past used to send prisoners out. Convicts in chains were sent to the gates to be deported. They called it transportation. We sent them all to Australia, did we not? Welcome home. Holiday? A parole. Ah.
Crown of India. We've just seen all the crown jewels. They do take things to excess. Huh? The parade armor, King Henry VIII. A great view from the modern museum here, across the Millennium Bridge, St. Paul's Cathedral. Now we're up on the Millennium Bridge, I think, and this is the new Tate Center we just came from. Picasso's and the Kiss. So that down, headed down, rather upriver, I guess. And of course, St. Paul's, which you've seen a lot of. And that building, which I think is an office building. And once again, the Tower Bridge. If you're in the British Museum, this is Rosetta Stone. You can see the three languages.
이것 때문에 되게 안 봐서 해먹겠어요. 이게 왜 중요하냐면
Really help them understand hieroglyphics. And hieroglyphics are the individual letters followed by the picture of the animal or whatever it is that's being recorded. They're saying Rosetta Stone would have been placed against a temple wall, such as this in Philadelphia. But it was written in hieroglyphs, and then the Montic, the everyday script of literate Egyptians, and in Greek. Not be complete without Ramses II. You can immediately recognize what this is. It's part of the Sphinx's beard, which is that part right there. This is the fist of Ramses II. So the original statue might have been 16 meters tall. We're here at Windsor Castle. They're at a rather nice Volvo, which we'll probably show you later. But and Hank's driving stick shift. We're in Wales. This is Tintern Abbey. Cistercian monks founded this in 1130. There go the girls. We had a good trip across on the motorway. It was only probably about an hour and a half. Really pretty inside Tintern Abbey here. Slide over here. It's very pretty. Look, you can see all the. This is the choir area. The monks had 8 daily, very long services. So they basically spent most of their day in services. That's very, very pretty. So this is the Thornbury Lodge in Abergavenny, we think. Not quite sure how to pronounce it. It's a nice little lounge area here.
That kind of thing. She's easy.
Nice view of the outside. This is our room, which is very bright and airy, and has an in situ bathroom, which is nice. Heat, which we obviously don't need because it's like 90 degrees outside, but the rooms themselves are cool, which is nice. And we're off to dinner. Back here in our room again, and we just went for a really nice walk down toward the river and crossed over the bridge. It went from like 90 degrees to 70 degrees in a couple hours. And then we had 2 nights in a row that we sat on a table right by an open window. It was really beautiful. Now I got a nice back rub from Kristen. It was a nice evening. So tomorrow we'll be headed up toward North Wales. Oh yeah, and one other thing, it was really funny. We went into the bathroom and we heard Kristen's voice in there. Well, sure enough, the bathrooms back up to each other, and there's no sound insulation. So, we have an absolutely spectacular day driving out through southern Wales. There's our Volvo. Here's
Is the road taking us around?
Yeah.
yeah, we're doing a loop.
There'll be better shots of that because the sun isn't as good as it will be.
That's true.
We're still in the Brecon Beacons. And we'll be driving about 15 miles to Hay-on-Wye. Very pretty. It looks like kind of a, I don't know if that's that's a castle out there. It's kind of hard to tell. Cute little churchyard here. Look at these. I don't know if they're hemlock or little church here. Very simple. Baptismal font and candle. Flowers in the window. St. Mary's, we would assume Catholic Church, built in 1762. We don't have a clue what these are. Postcard said these are ancient yew trees. This is typical of the roads we've been driving on. You talk about narrow.
The Brecon or the Beacons?
And the Brecon Beacons. See the horses way back in there. There's a little colt.
Hey, little Cole.
Probably can't see him now. But
Yes, I wouldn't mind having some water if you could break into it.
I think the little red flowers beside the road, Hank thinks are
Sure, thank you,
digitalis.
sweetie.
I'm off to pet the sheep. Wow. Just came across a sign that said sheep in the road. Oh, here we go. Here's the sign. Oh, is she chasing the sheep around?
She's chasing it.
Sheep doesn't want to be petted. It says, "You're not catching me." Farm way in the distance there. And then look at the valley.
It said no vacancy there?
Of course, I don't know how many.
That's right, we saw a hostel. It said no vacancies. These sheep are not about to let you come up and pet them. Mom's waiting out the sheep here.
I'm confused that
Well, I guess she's waiting for us to come up there.
why these
but-
are on the other side of the fence. Does he not own these sheep?
Definitely hear the sheep in the background. What an incredible view.
I know it.
This is
Oh my gosh.
this is Wales.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm gonna fall forward.
This is the sheep scratching spot there. Go under there and scratch their backs, their heads. The little lamb there with his mom. Just a little further along in the Brecon Beacons.
I think that's a Welsh
Horses
pony,
are,
don't you?
well, I don't know. Could be.
That one straight ahead. I forget how many hands they have to be.
It does look more like a pony than a horse, doesn't it? Somebody catching the updrafts up there. In the Elon Valley, outside of Ranger. This is the Mancock Reservoir. I guess for various reasons, the water's not flowing over the dam today. On other days it does flow. Sheep up on the hillside. Yeah, right. Discussing the sexual habits of the sheep. Still in the Elon Valley here. This is another one of the dams. It's a pretty good sized dam. And then over there, it's pretty, just, I don't know if these are kind of the moors. Very, very picturesque. I was working on the dam, monitoring the dam, but he was telling us that many of the, back in the 40s and 50s, the dams were built, many homes were displaced and people displaced, and even at low tide you can see the remnants of the houses in the waters. And, apparently I guess decisions like that were to provide water for Liverpool areas in London, so it was very controversial. Some of what we think to be digitalis, although we'll see if we can ask somebody and see.
Ask me.
Got a nice view. Yeah, Hank is certain that's what it is, so we'll take him at his word.
He doesn't get a plate like me. He's gonna figure it. You're not allowed to figure it.
Mom is the Wicked Witch of the West here.
You gotta select how it's yourself. That's the best part.
Weird.
Cooking up the brew.
Try it, my dear. I like it. Did you have kids? I'm ready. I'm gonna try yours.
This is we think it's the Gestibach bed and breakfast. It's a beautiful little room here. Furniture and a beautiful clock. It's the Dolgan, we think, and it's from the 15th century. Quite a place. As usual, of course, had a wonderful breakfast. This is the back area, and you can see the horses back there. And they have some colts out in the field. We had a nice long walk last night. Saw another beautiful hotel further on down the road, the Tudor style. Well, this is what we were looking at yesterday evening. The little colts out in the field. We're nursing. And the brown colt's mother is very, very dark. Couldn't quite figure that out. We just stopped and got gas filled up for $86. Aren't these gardens cute? Really pretty. There's a black boy in it. And here we go toward the castle. This is the entrance to the castle.
Prince of Wales in 1969. A continuation of one of those great old British traditions, which is neither old nor traditional.
Very pretty view. Overlooking the straits out there.
The truth. Dock built for the export of slate, roofing slate, is sent all over the world. Wherever you come.
Carnarvon Arch. Don't know if you saw this before, but the other one was cold. We saw the smoke, but we're headed up.
named after a 4th century Irish king, now rise on your right hand. Many abandoned buildings dot land areas below sea level. Runoff from the land deposited sediments on the seabed. These deposits built up to incredible depths and were to play a significant role in the culture of Llanberis. Because when volcanic activity below the seabed stirred things into slate, the evidence of these appeared long ago. They have used some of the slate themselves and probably sold some to augment their incomes. Far in the distance beyond these small slate works
Comes a train, and there were a couple of sheep on the tracks. But I guess they moved. This is halfway out. Beautiful view down here. I think we're about to go into the clouds. Here we are on the summit. It's 10 degrees C up here. And as you can see, we have felt the mist. But we haven't seen the spot in the last 1,000 feet. We're on the way down. We're here at the Mountain Garmin View in Betweezy Coed, I guess. We're going to have to ask our very enthusiastic proprietor how to pronounce it. Oh, you're going to do the
Here we're still in Betweezy Coed, and this is the little area where the Rottweiler was a few minutes ago, and she had to bring him in because he was barky.
That's one of the things I said on the training.
So it looks fascinating. And we're all just sitting out having a drink.
French table wine.
That's right. As we've had a lovely hostess.
A few bugs around, but it's nice out here.
So we will be heading to a pub in a few minutes.
We're having our dinner here. We're having lamb, and the girls are having salad and pizza. The Royal Oak Hotel, or at least this is attached to the Royal Oak Hotel. Very good beer. The girls are having Star of Rappen or something like that.
What is it called?
A lager.
Pizza? Hawaiian.
Oh, you have Hawaiian pizza, huh?
I had a fancy name.
No fanciness there.
It's probably 68 degrees, which is really pleasant. Very cute little room here. And we finally figured out the name of the town is Betzicoed. As opposed to Betsy Coed. Betzicoed. And the lady the proprietress, I guess you would say, is very energetic and a wonderful breakfast. She did it all by herself. We're at the Swallow Creek Falls. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit overcast today. We're certainly glad we did the train up into the mountains yesterday. 70-some steps to go down, 70-some to get back. This is the upstream area of the falls. Here's the third and final view, headed down the... kind of a light mist in the air. Guy tending his garden who told us this is foxglove, which may be the same thing.